Yo, what's up, guys? I am right on 2 minutes late. I'm almost right on time, but I see a lot of chit chat going on in the chat. What's up, Chad? Chad, I haven't seen you in here in a while. How you been? Hold on, I gotta open this up on my computer so I can check it out. Hold on. Anyway, somebody said Noog said that I forgot you guys. I could never. I could never. But what I want to do is okay, good. I just want to make sure that the chat will replay with the live stream when it's over, but then it's set to that. So good. Now I'm going to open it up on here so I can keep an eye on like both chats. And there we go. Okay, cool. So what's everyone up to today? How's everyone's week been? What are your plans for the weekend? I'm going to go through the top and just shout out the first few people here. You guys know how it works. We're drinking the ghost energy instead of the bang. We've retired the bang only because uh, I don't know. The only flavor of bang I drink is the Star Blast anymore. The rest I don't really like. And then I started drinking these. These are great. And hung out with Jared this weekend in Phoenix, and Jared also likes this one. There's a Swedish fish version that tastes exactly like Swedish fish. I don't know how I like it, but this one's really good. So anyway, we got the ghost now. I don't like that. It used to be like we got the bang, start the day off with the bang, but anyway, this is the new bang, and it's good. It's good. Anyway, what was I saying? Um, I don't know what I was saying. I'm gonna turn this. I think it's a little bit dark on my face. I don't know. That's fine, I guess. That's all good. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm doing. I'm going through. I'm going to shout out everyone who's in here first. Oh, first though, big shout out to everyone who picked up a T-shirt. I posted it on the YouTube community and I sent an email out. I got all the stuff to make shirts, and so now I am a shirt maker. Look at this, Dougster Bob. And somebody suggested tank tops, so I will start doing tank tops, but they're gonna be cutoffs. They're not gonna be actual tank tops. They're gonna be cutoffs like I wear, and that'll be fun. But what's up, Stuart? What's up, just that channel? Okay, anyway, I haven't shouted anyone out, but thank you guys who picked up shirts. I really appreciate it. Jared, have you tried your shirts? Are they any good? Let me know. Okay, first one in here, Noog, our friend from Germany, is always in here. Good job, Noog. Thanks for being first. And looks like Noog has a question. I'll get to that after I run through some of these. Raider Al, bro, how you been? I hope all is well over there. We got BNR Mountain Bike, who's become a very avid commenter on the channel. I see your comments, man. I appreciate your input. I love when everyone chimes in on different things because, like, I was talking to Jared about that this weekend. Like, he's corrected me on certain things about We the People bikes or different things, and like that's the only way that the channel gets better. So Kirk, you guys never feel bad about correcting me or like chiming in, because that the whole idea with this isn't for me to be right about everything, but it's for, I don't know, to spread better BMX knowledge, like so everyone can just get better knowledge. And so by you guys doing that, sharing your knowledge in the comments, you're helping out the whole community, and I really appreciate it. Stuart, did I say Stuart already? What's up, Stuart? Stuart's our friend from the UK. He is the bike mechanic master. He's also in the BMX sickness group. Just that channel tends to be in every single live. How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Noog says that they got some sun now. I remember last time it's been cold and rainy for Noog. So Noog will hopefully get to go out and start riding. Kirk is a few minutes early instead of a few hours late. It's 3 a.m. here. Rode all day yesterday. Exhausted today. Yeah, Kirk, usually you're in the comments and we don't see you in the live stream, but welcome to the live stream. Just that channel was able to go out and ride a lot yesterday. He's riding a skateboard though. Oh, and a bike. He learned the ollie and he learned the bunny hop. That's cool. He says maybe the ollie helped me out for some reason. And I would say, oops, I'm going to start my camera. I would say that is probably partially true just because I don't know, the concept's similar. I wouldn't say it's the same, but the concept's similar. And it's like that front wheel, back wheel type deal. Same thing with the bunny hop. You get the front wheel, you get the back wheel. Good job, dude. 2 tricks. That's awesome. Chad, one of our bike school members who absolutely kills it, is in here. Jared, we hung out with Jared this weekend. Like I said, I was in Phoenix for literally a day, and we are gonna ride. So I rode Chandler all day, and then Jared's up north. And then when he got off work, I said, okay, I'll head up to the pump track. And so I just put in like Peoria Action Sports Complex, and I started driving, and it's about an hour drive. And then I was almost there, and Jared's like, "Hey, where are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm just like 15 minutes away. It's the Action Sports Complex, right?" And he called me right away. He's all, "No, no, no, it's Festival Fields." And I was like, "Oh." So I drove way past the pump track. Poor Jared's been over there pump tracking around for like an hour, and I'm just on the other side of Phoenix like an idiot. So so we went to a different skate park, and it was actually really fun. I had a lot of fun there for a little bit. And then we went out to eat. It was a good time. Thanks for hanging out with me, Jared. Name is in the chat. We love Name. Name's always in here. Name rides the We the People justice. Okay, cool. So that's about it. Okay, so we got caught up. Everyone, you guys who are in here first, I really, really appreciate it. And now I'm going to go back up to Noog's first question. Like I said, you guys know how this works. Just throw in your questions. I'll be way up here reading the previous questions, your questions down here. Eventually I'll get to it. And yeah, so let's see. I see some new people joining, but okay. So the first question we got here is Noog is saying that, wait, I think this is a question. I don't know. Hold on. Let's just put it on the screen. I had some good BMX this week. I tried again 20-inch against 22-inch top tube, and I'm still not sure what I like more. In general, I like the 22-inch more, but it feels heavy because it's 3 pounds heavier. Hmm. Yeah. Along with that weight though, Noog, like you've got the 22-inch wheels have 2 inches of the wheels are bigger, and so your wheelbase is going to be longer by that, plus the top tube, so it's just going to be spread out a lot, and it's going to feel, in my opinion, it's going to feel a lot harder to maneuver. But if you get used to it, then it's like it's good. There's a guy that I know in Tucson who kills it on a 22-inch, like absolutely kills it. So it's all about preference, but it is harder to like master that. Okay, he says, "What do you think about stereo bikes?" And I feel stereo sounds a lot like radio bike. Stereo bikes, are they the same? I'm gonna pull it up right here on the screen. We can take a look at them, okay? Because I don't honestly, I have no idea. I don't think I've looked at them very much. Okay, let's see here. Stereo bikes on the screen. Is anyone else like? Have you guys ever bought from Stereo? Do you know anything about Stereo, or is this like new to both of us? Oops. Um, okay. Looks good. Good pictures. Very nice. Very nice. Are they based out of Germany, Noog? Electro 2022. I don't like how that sprocket looks. The pegs are pretty cheap. Um, is it even going to have prices though? Chromoly main tube. What do you guys think chromoly main tube means? Trimoly? You think it's the top tube, down tube, and seat tube? Top tube, down tube, head tube? What do you think main tube? Or is it just the top tube? That's interesting. High tensile steel, high tensile steel. Rims are double wall. So I'd say these are very, very similar to like Elite and oh, what's the Mafia, like those kind of bikes where they have low quality components, but then they have double wall rims, cheaper double wall rims, but double wall rims, and they're very affordable. So I don't know what they actually do for the community also. But again, I don't know anything about the brand. And we don't see prices here, so these could be very expensive. What I'm gonna guess though, same thing. They're direct to consumer business model. Their bikes are very affordable, decent quality, or for the price, they're good quality. If they're like Mafia and Elite and stuff like that, for the price, they are good quality. Like I can't argue that because they're very, very cheap. The thing is that they have little things that are going to fall apart, random things like they're probably not fully sealed, and just things like that. Well, look, this says fully sealed. Mafia is not fully sealed, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see the prices to really um, know much more about it. But that's interesting. Just that channel says I have stock silver hubs on my bike right now, and I want them to be black for the scheme. But I don't want to spend a bunch of money getting new hubs and I don't trust myself painting them. What should I do? Well, it sounds like you have the two options, right? Your option one is to buy new black hubs, or option two is to paint them. And so you got to pick one of the options. Like that's it. You just got to pick one, you know? Um, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people would do plasti dip like in the car world, or plasti dip your wheels, because then theoretically it peels off and it's still a pain to get off, but it does eventually come off. Like paint, it's easier to get off than paint. So you could maybe plasti dip them. I don't know how that would work. I know around the spokes, to do it right, you'd take the whole wheel apart and do just the hub. You don't want to spray paint or plasti dip the spokes, and you'll miss a lot of spots if you have the spokes on there. So I mean that's an option. Your best option would probably be take it somewhere and see how much it'd be to get powder coated. I don't know. I don't know if they would even do it. I don't know if it'd be worth it. Like if they charge $150, you might as well just get new hubs. But powder coating, I think, is one of the better options. It's just better quality. You don't have to spray it yourself, and it looks better. It looks a lot better, but could be expensive. I don't know what people would charge. I know you could probably get frames powder coated for 150, 200. So I doubt the hubs would be that much, especially since it's so small. But um, I don't know. Some people are wild, and they're wilding with their prices. I don't know. Um, hey, Jared, thank you. Jared sent me some money. I appreciate it. He says, "Oh wait, let me find it on here and pull it up." See, I see it on the my YouTube chat. What's Lucas saying? What's up, Lucas? How you been? Jared says, "Thanks so much for coming out. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we met at the park and had been wanting to check out. Thanks for the shirts. You're rad. Awesome. You're welcome, Jared. It was good to hang out, man. Jared helped me out like a lot. So I really appreciate all the support. Noog, are you drinking a beer? What are you guys drinking? Because I got this. You guys drink coffee, energy drinks? It's nighttime for some of you. Jared liked the ghost. He usually despises 0 calorie. Yeah, this is 0 calorie. Oh, it's 5 calorie though. So okay, name. This is a good question. This is a very good question. He says, "Hey Doug, any tips for riding solo? I'm moving and I have no friends now." Man, um, name. I mean, you've got your community of Dougster bobbers, I guess, that like would love to see you progress and whatnot. I don't know if you have Instagram. If you have Instagram, connect with your friends on there, and that way you guys can still kind of stay in touch. You could play game of bike over Instagram with them. Just so in terms of like not feeling lonely, I'd use social media to combat that. So BMX Sickness, great Facebook group. You can interact with a bunch of other riders. Instagram, just find people that ride that that you ride with, and follow them and interact with them. in terms of like, I don't know, lack of motivation, which is something that happens quite a bit for people who end up not being able to ride with anyone, it's always good to set some goals. So like I think for you, wasn't fakies one of your things um that you wanted to do? Wasn't it a fakie? I don't know. I can't remember. But set your goals. So like let's say it was fakie, if my memory's excellent. Set that goal for a fakie. And so when you go out to ride, you know that that time you're working on fakies. And so you have something in mind. When you go out to ride a lot of the time with out anyone, it's just, I don't know, it's boring. You're sitting there, you don't see anyone doing tricks, so it doesn't spark your motivation. You don't have anyone to interact with. Like, for example, when I was in Phoenix at Chandler, this random guy just came up and was like, "Can I interest you in a game of bike?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess so." Because I don't know, I don't normally play bike with people, but anyway, I was like, "Sure, whatever." And it was a lot of fun. You know, we played, we both got each other the K. I won, but it was a really close game. It was intense. We had different styles. It was fun, and I miss that aspect of it because I ride alone so often. And so when I don't have friends or people to ride with like that, I have to set goals and film myself too to document the progress, which is what you guys see when I post those videos of my riding progress. Like that's me riding alone for the most part. One of them had Kevin in there, but I say, hey, I want to do this trick, and I work on it and I document it, and it always feels good to get that. So social media, interact with people like that, set some goals, um, ride with the purpose of achieving those goals. Those would probably be the biggest two tips I have for you, Name. But good luck. It's tough. Like it's tough. I definitely feel you. I've moved a handful of times, and it's never fun trying to make new friends. But what's really cool about BMX and action sports, or just a shared hobby in general, is that it's really easy to connect with other people who have that hobby. Like you have something in common right off the bat. So if you go to the park and you meet another rider who's close to your skill level, you're going to click with them a lot better. So there you go. That's what I would say, Name. Good luck. HHHHK. Thank you for the videos. You're welcome, man. I hope they were helpful to you. Cooper Andy, what's up, Cooper Andy? Teragaki, how's it going? Jared Olson, how's it going? And Stuart's been working on techie manual lines, hot manual to drop, carrying the trick. It's been fun. That's sick. At my park, we have I don't know, it's almost like a path that goes all the way around, and it starts off with a big bank, and then it goes flat, and then it goes uphill, and then it carves around, and then it's flat for a while, then it starts to go downhill, and then it goes flat. Oh, then it turns left again, then it goes flat, and then it goes down a bank, flat, up a bank, uphill, carves left. And anyway, the challenge we always would do is like try to manual the whole park in a circle. And it's one thing to manual that far in a straight line, but when you're like you're saying, off drops, up banks, down banks and stuff, you've got to shift your weight in a crazy way. And so that's sick, Stuart. I want to see some clips. I better see something on BMX sickness. Good job. Lucas, what's up, Lucas? How you doing, Lucas? Hmm. Okay, so Stereo isn't a German brand, but he got a frame used and he built it up. It's not so heavy, but it seems like a lower end bike. We'll see. Yeah, keep me updated, Noog. I'd be really curious to see how it goes. Trail Woman says, "What are your thoughts on spoke tightness, rebuilt front wheels, and now onto the back?" This is a good question because I don't know. Stuart at Trey? Okay, Kirk says better tight than loose. Cool. Did Stuart? I'd be curious what Stuart says because this is my thought on it. You've got to get them as tight as you can, but if your spokes are too long, they poke through, and that was always my problem. Um, Recently, when I built up my back wheel twice now, I'd go around and tighten it from the nipple down. all the way until the spoke was flush with the nipple. And I'd do that. And then I'd go around with the spoke wrench and just get it like till it felt hand tight. They actually have spoke tension tools so that you can get each spoke to a certain tension. And then they all match, and there's an industry standard for it. I don't know what it is, but just kind of like squeeze it with your fingers or tighten it and feel how hard it's resisting, and then say, okay, that's about good, and then try and get them all to that. They're gonna come loose over time, and then you'll want to go back around and tighten them up. But yeah, just like Kirk says, better tight than loose. I agree. If they're loose, they're creaky and your wheel flexes a lot. You can feel it. I can a lot when mine's loose and I'm manual. Like I pick up the back wheel, so all that weight's on just the back wheel and it's not spread over the two. And then I turn and I move, and I can hear the spokes go, and it's not very good. So yeah, definitely more tight than loose. Brow Browley says, "Will you do it like a Zoom call where we all ride BMX?" That's a fun idea. I don't know if there'd ever be a time though where we'd all be out like at the same time, because for me it's 11:30. For Noog it's midnight or 10 o'clock. I don't know. Um, but that could be pretty fun. I don't know. Hmm. Something to think about for sure. BNR says, I've seen so many kids paint frames with all the parts on. I think everyone, I mean, me, I've been a victim of that. Like I just go and paint my frame. I just buy the spray paint, leave everything on, and just kind of, you think you can aim and miss, I guess, but you really can't. And uh, you just spray. Like I had one bike, it was red and gold. And the idea was the frame would be red, the bars would be red, the forks would be red, and then everything else would be gold. And so what I had was like a frame that was red with gold spots where the stem was, where the overspray from the stem. And it's terrible, but we all do it, I think, until we learn about masking tape. Lewis says, my bike is so heavy, but I don't want to change it too much to get it lighter because I'm a street rider. What would you recommend to make a bike lighter? It's the same three things, really. I think it's three things. I'm gonna just send you links to them. Lucas or Lewis. Oh my God, Lewis, not Lucas. Uh, Tires are the number one, like bang for your buck weight reduction thing. Stock tires that come on the bike are just um, they're heavy, they're chunky, they're low PSI, they're awful. They're very awful. I ride Demolition Momentums. You can ride whatever you want. But the Demolition, the reason for this isn't because I'm sponsored by Demolition, but it's because they're like 25 bucks, 26 bucks, and they weigh only what, 16 ounces? 19 ounces. Okay. You can't really find a tire with that weight unless you get a folding tire, which costs upwards of $40. And you don't want to spend $40 per tire. That's $80 per wheel. That's crazy. So these are the tires that I ride, Lewis. And that's the best bang for your buck weight reduction thing. The other ones, like you can save a lot of weight on cranks, but cranks are usually $150 to $200. Wheels, another thing, you could save a lot of weight on wheels, but again, they're $250 to $400 if you get the whole set. So, um, and yeah, value wise, tires are the best way to go. You can save some weight with bars. Stems are usually chunky. The stock stems are pretty chunky. So let's do one more. I'm going to send one more link. The Sunday Freeze, I ride it. I've never broken them. Some people have, but I've never had an issue with it. But it's fairly light and it's very cheap. Yeah, it's only 10 ounces. It's very cheap. Okay, cool. Hope that helps you, Lewis. Okay, this is what everyone's drinking. Water, boring. Water, boring. Foldable tires. Kirk's drinking foldable tires. What the heck? Reading all this made me thirsty for not this because I haven't really had any water today. So good looks, guys. Good looks. Noog's drinking the white Red Bull edition. Jacob's drinking Gatorade. Stuart's on coffee. What is it over there? Like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., Stuart? Why are you drinking coffee so late? That's crazy. Name drinks Monster. Water for Lucas. Water and unsweet tea for Jared. Pickle juice. Pickle juice is a banger for sure. Mario says win 2023 bikes. What are you asking, Mario? I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you asking when they're going to be out? For what brand? Are you asking when the videos, like when the reviews are going to be out? For what brand? What do you mean? You got to give me some clarification. Gunko says, are you liking the dark wave? Yes and no. I like the dark wave frame. It feels a little bit different. I think manuals are a little bit harder for me to control on it for whatever reason. I can't remember if the chain stays longer or shorter. Jared and I were talking about it when I was over there. But yeah, no, I do like it for sure. But the whole bike is a lot heavier than I'm used to, and that makes it tough. Kai says, yo, I think I found a super cheap bike that seems decent for beginners. In Australia, 120 USD, double wall rims, three-piece cranks, integrated headset. Well, what's the bike? Kai, don't hold out on us. What's the bike? It's like saying, I know how you could get $1 million and then like not telling you how to get $1 million, Kai. Come on. Chuck says, what do you think of Chuck? What's up, Chuck? How you doing? Chuck says, what do you think about tie parts? Frame, spokes, cranks for park riding, street riding. I've gone back and forth with tie a lot because initially I would always want tie. And I guess that was more when I was more of like a street or no, more of a park focused rider. Like that was always my thing is I just wanted a super light bike. And so tie was the way to get it. If you have the money and you're really serious about the sport, I think it's a good way to go. Like a lot of the top level athletes right now are riding a good amount of tie, but they're also not paying out of their own pocket to replace it when it breaks. It doesn't hold up as long as you would expect it to, or as long as you'd like it to. You just get incredible weight savings. Like the initial argument was always that, oh yeah, tie is lighter and stronger than chromoly. And I don't know if that's necessarily true because I think tie tends to break a lot more. Maybe it's just the tie welds are weaker than the chromoly welds. Like tie does it, or they're welding it wrong because apparently you're supposed to do it in like a vacuum chamber where there's no pressure or lots of pressure, one of the two. Anyway, I don't know. I just if you have the money and the disposable income to buy tie and go crazy, the weight savings are there, and generally they're on rotational weight, like for your wheels. Um, and yeah, but if it's like I think a lot of people think about weight savings like I'm I'm a beginner level rider, but if I put all titanium on my bike, I'll be a pro level rider in a few months. Like it's not like that. It makes things easier, but it's I don't know how to really say it. Like it does make things easier, but I don't think it's as drastic as people think it is. It's nice, makes things easier, but it's not gonna change your life by any means. Like you still for a lot of people, I'd say it'd be better to focus on like shaving off weight or cutting down, toning your body, cutting down body weight would be more beneficial in the long run than replacing everything with Thai. It'd also be a lot cheaper. So yeah, if you have a lot of money, go for Thai. It's great. Just don't expect it to last way longer than anything else. Yeah. Raider Al is looking to upgrade some parts on his Ledum. He's upgraded pegs already. Any other parts I can upgrade to shed weight and get down to 25 pounds? Stock was 29.1. There's hmm, yeah, the Ledum's a hefty boy. The Ledum's pretty heavy. Um, like I said earlier, Raider, I'll definitely look at the tires, look at the stem. If you're okay with spending money, look at the wheels. I think the wheels will be one of the heavier things on that bike because it comes with a free coaster, but it's not like a real high end. Granted, free coaster is way more than cassettes anyway, but it's not a super high end free coaster, so it's going to be more chunky. And the wheels and tires are rotational weight, and you can get lighter hoops. Like if you do custom wheels, you can save quite a bit of weight. And then I would look at cranks. Those are 48 spline cranks are a lot lighter and stronger than the 8 spline cranks that come on there. And those would be the biggest ones for sure. The wheels and the cranks and the tires and the stem, of course. But added onto that, like assuming you have a decent budget to spend, that's what I'd go with. Mad Max says, "What is your opinion on dirt jumpers?" I think dirt jumpers are sick. They're just very expensive. I was talking to somebody about that last week, and they're like, he's all, "Oh yeah, I'd ride dirt jumpers and downhill mountain bikes and stuff." And then I was looking at a BMX, and I was like, "Whoa, you can get like a high-end BMX for the cost of dirt jumper forks." And I was like, "Isn't that crazy?" People spend like $1,800 on rock shocks for their dirt jumper bike. $1,800 in BMX gets you a fully custom bike. Like it's crazy how expensive dirt jumpers are, but they're very cool. So okay, Kai dropped the spilled the tea. Kai said Anko Black Edition 20-inch BMX from Kmart. I just want to look at it real quick because I think I'm going to agree um with Kirk here, but let's see. Right? Who said no Kmart? Was it Kirk? Yeah, Kirk said I wouldn't recommend Kmart. Hold on? I'm having a hard time finding it. I just see bikes with like training wheels and stuff. And go Black Edition BMX bike. Okay, I can't find it. Maybe it's only in Australia, but I don't know. On like here's another thing guys to consider though. Online, so like Walmart, you can find some high-end BMX bikes and or BMX parts or whatever it may be. Like you can find that stuff. And it's not because it's like a Walmart bike, but it's because what a lot of these big retailers are doing, which I think Kmart went out of business over here. What a lot of the big retailers like Walmart right now is and Target are at war with Amazon for that online retail. And so what they've started doing is opened up their website for third party sellers to sell on. So like Dougster Bob could become a hyper or a fit distributor, and then I could post the fit parts that I sell on my website on walmart.com as a third party seller. And so it's not then in that sense like Walmart isn't fit's not a Walmart brand, but it's just being resold like through that channel. Does that make any sense? So maybe that's what's going on with the Anko bike, but I've never heard of it. I'd say it's probably along the lines of Mafia and Elite and those guys. Okay, I'm just going through here, looking at comments. Oh, Flato Dude. What's up, Flato Dude? He says, favorite shoes to ride. Right now, I'm trying to find them. I think they're in my car. I'm riding Vans BMX edition. I don't know which BMX edition, but they're the just the BMX edition Vans because so they have the little bit of a different bottom. They have the pop cush sole, and they're solid. I don't know. I really haven't found a good shoe that I like because Vans, I don't like how heavy they are at the bottom and like how unprotected they feel at the top. Like I want a nice light Nike type shoe, but Nike has terrible grip. So it's I don't know. I don't have a favorite. That's what I'll say. I don't really have a favorite. But Felix says he rides in Etnies slips, and you guys riding in slip-ons are nuts. I would never ride in slip-ons. My friend Daniel rides in slip-ons, and you guys are crazy, crazy. Oh, cool. Nuke sent me some pictures of his 22 inch. I saw it, and then I saw a bunch of German stuff, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Um, oh, what is this, Nuke? Cool. I'll pop it up at the end of the live. This looks sick. It's all wrought out. Oh, and then here's the stereo. Man, that looks nice. The chrome and white. Um, cool. Yeah, I'll pop these up on the screen so I can share Noog's bikes with you guys. If you guys want to show off your bikes, send it Douglas at dougsterbob.com and I'll throw them up on screen. We can check out each other's bikes. Oh, okay, okay. Mario says win round. Oh, hello. I disappeared off the screen. Anyway, that was crazy. 2023 bikes, Kink, normally come out around this time, March, April, May. However, last year they released a 2022 line pretty late in the year. Everyone was behind. So, so yeah, Kink, I'm not sure. I'd want to say soon, like they're back on top of it and they're going to have them out pretty soon, but I'm not 100% sure. Sabrosa has their 2023 line out already. We the People's announced theirs, but it's not like it hasn't been sent to any distributors yet. Colt should be a few months away, and same with Sunday. So we have Kink out right now. We have Sabrosa out right now. We the People very soon. No, no, no. We have Sabrosa out right now. We have We the People out right now. We have Fit. Those are the three 2023 um, lines that are out. I'd say next would probably be Kink, and then Sunday and Colt usually come around the same time, towards the middle of the year. That's my guesstimate. I don't know. I don't. I had a decent relationship with Kink, but now we don't really like. I don't know. With COVID, we didn't keep in touch, and then I made a video calling their bikes misleading. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. Hey Kirk, thanks for shooting them a message and getting that information, man. That helps out a lot of people. I'm just going through right now. Don't. I'm checking up for questions. Beckham says Kyle Walkers are the best. That's actually what I had before, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're still heavy. The bottoms of Vans are so heavy. Thank you, Kai. Kai, I appreciate the support. Hopefully you get your bike. Oh no, you have your bike already. You have a devotion, huh? Um, yeah, dude, thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you have any bike questions, man, I'm here. BMX is kind of tough, so good luck. We're talking about shoes, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody who was in the live streams like a few months ago would ride, was it New Balance? I think it's Thomas. New Balance something. God, I can't remember what they are, but they looked pretty solid actually. And but they're cheap shoes, like they're low priced, and they looked like they had good grip. They look comfortable and light, and I should find some and grab them. But New Balance, that was like one of the rarest shoe answers I've ever heard. Wait, am I still not there? Hold on. Oh, I'm just talking like you guys can't see me. Hold on. How about now? Wait, tell me if you can see me or no. Like, just type it in right now. I see at 11:40 you guys couldn't see me, and then I thought I was back, but then I've been talking for like 3 minutes or what? Hmm. Well, isn't that interesting? I think if I refresh it, I might like. Yeah, you just see the background. Okay, hold on. You guys, hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna try something. Bear with me, or don't. That's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, but it kicked me off. The internet says the internet's just fine, but I'm joining. Then I'll put myself on the screen, and then I'll refresh it on my end, and then let's see. You guys just hear me struggling. That's it. So while you guys are waiting for me, tell me your favorite join. Join. Or I'll just refresh it. We might have to start a new stream. I don't know. But we're almost at the, oh, enter my name. Okay, I can do that. Okay, here's Douglas on the iPhone. That's crazy. Okay, hello. Look, now it's working. That's annoying. Oh no. Yeah, okay. You guys are cool for bearing with me. All right. Boom. And he's back just like that. I just got to keep you guys on your toes a little bit. No, Pixelated Destiny, I use this thing called Melon. It's through Streamlabs, but it's more of like an online interface instead of a stream software. I've used OBS before, but it's way more than I need. And the coolest thing about this is I can pop up the comments on the screen, which makes, I don't know, it just makes the live, I think, a lot more interactive and stuff, and it makes it better. So this is worth it. It's way more expensive than OBS, obviously, but it's easy. I can invite guests, and it's just good. It's very good. Um, but yeah, no, OBS. Also, OBS is very confusing. I don't know anything about OBS. Hey, shout out to Pixelated Destiny for saying that you can't see me anymore, because I'm just like, you guys ever been on the phone, right? And you're telling a story, and you're just, telling the story. You're telling the story, blah 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 blah, and then next thing you know, your phone's ringing, and it's the person calling you back because you've been telling the story, and the call got disconnected and you didn't know because you're dumb, and then you're just talking on the phone forever, and like then you got to restart. That's what I was just doing. But I guess you could hear me, you just couldn't see me. Anyway, good. I know I see myself. I wasn't watching on my YouTube um, to see if you could see me. But anyway, we're back. Okay. Hey, what are you guys talking about? The press stems. Is it stems? What are you talking about? Trail woman. Oh, tie two-piece cranks. Some of them have been known to slip at the press fit joint. Okay, and then Kirk says the latest is welded and not pressed. Just make sure it's new. Okay, yeah. I remember seeing all that. I had a guy comment recently and he said, "What do you think about this guy? I have documentation of shady business practice." And he's talking about the guy that makes the RNC. Um, I don't know what he's got going on, but that guy doesn't have the friendliest customer reviews either. So Jesse says that it's $1,000 for devotion here in Canada, in Ontario. I just, I can never figure out why. That's literally, I mean, that's close to double the price of it here in the United States. And I feel bad for people in Canada because they have the same like budget, right? Let's say in the US, our budget, my budget would be $500 to $700. I could get some very good bikes. But if I was in Canada, my budget was $500 to $700, I could not get some very good bikes. And it's weird. And it's not like, it's important for you guys to know, it's not really that I don't think that the shops are just charging a ton of money to rip you guys off. Like I think what's happening is when they buy the stuff to sell, they've got to pay imports and duties, and they've got to pay to the Canadian government for that. So therefore, their cost on the stuff is a lot higher than it is for us in the U.S. And so if you guys buy something from a United States dealer or a United Kingdom dealer, I think you end up paying duties and taxes anyway. So like you might save some money buying it from somewhere else where it's cheaper, but then you spend that money again on the import taxes and the VAT. I don't know. VAT's in the UK. I don't know if you guys have VAT in Canada. Um, but so I don't like, I can't say this 100%, Jesse, because I don't know for sure that that's not what's happening, like that the shops aren't just charging insane margins, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. And I think a lot of it's just import taxes, and their cost is higher than it is for our shops in the United States. KC says, "Do you recommend the Sunday X Eric Elstrand?" KC, I think it's a very nice bike, but it's slightly overpriced for the quality you get. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think one of the rims is single wall, or both of the rims are single wall. Either way, that was the only drawback to the bike. Aside from it being so expensive, it doesn't have two double wall rims. I'm gonna look real quick just because I'm curious. Yeah, so both rims are single wall on the Sunday X, and it's a $650 bike. That's crazy. But the frame, forks, bars, everything like that is solid. But yeah, single wall rims for that expensive of a bike is kind of crazy. So that's why I say it's overpriced. But it's a nice bike. What's up, Jared? Mr. Crabtree, how you doing? Devin, the one, finally got a BMX and he learned how to bunny hop. That's awesome, Devin. I feel like, didn't you learn that last week, or did I see it in a comment? I can't remember. But either way, good job, dude. That's awesome. Jimbler says, "Do you know or know where to find when S&M releases frames? I would love to have an SNN frame, and I would like to have the money saved up so I can get one but I have no idea when they might restock. Um, let me try and find something here. Was it cheap? So what I heard, this is what I heard. I saw um what's this, Chris? Yeah, Chris shared a thing that the guy that owns this bike shop, I think it's him, that the new S&M stuff are getting a price increase. They're going to be a lot more expensive, and Chris broke it down and explained why it's so expensive. Shipping has gone up, this has gone up, this has gone up, blah blah blah. And so anyway, he posted, he said, get them now before the restock. So if you can find anything, Jimbler, you'll get a better deal. But I see what you're saying. I'm looking right now, and it looks like, I don't know, that might have been a crazy push to get everything sold out. But I'd say a few months or so that they'd have a restock. It shouldn't be super crazy long. Dance Comp has the ATF frame in stock, the BTM frame in stock, the Steel Panther, the Holy Diver. So they have all these in stock. And I don't know what the prices were before, though. That's the thing. But man, oh, did I just lie to you guys? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I just lied to you. These act like they're in stock, but I don't think they're actually in stock. I lied. I'm sorry. Oh no, okay. So some frames are just certain size, like they're very limited. It's very hard to find stuff in stock for S&M frames. That's crazy. So anyway, I'd say, yeah, I'd say a few months, and at the most, a few months at the most, but just know they're going to be a little bit more expensive than they have been previously. BNR is peacing out to go ride. Have a good day, man. Have a good ride. Don't get hurt. Jared, I was just looking at the ride concepts on Dance Comp, and they look really nice, but they look kind of chunky. But I was like, I wonder how these would feel. I love like the look at this one. Hold on. I'm going to share it on screen just so you guys can see. I think this looks sick. This is a woman's shoe. Never mind, it doesn't look sick. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. This looks girly as hell. Anyway. That's so funny. I think it looks sick anyway. As soon as I saw that, I started laughing. I'm like, oh, that's a women. We're gonna filter it by men's shoes, so that doesn't happen. I just want to see if they have a picture of the bottom. These look cool. Not as cool as the women's shoes, but it doesn't seem that grippy. I don't know. Not bad, not bad, but because your pins will find their way into those little honeycomb things. So I guess it would be grip just like Vans, but $110, guys. 110 bucks. But they seem really high quality. I don't know. It might be nice to try a pair. Very expensive, but nice. And Kirk says, you know what's badass? Oversized 25.4 millimeter clamping areas on bars and stem. That's a good point. That's something that in my head is fairly new. Colt has the OD bars and stem. But yeah, they clamp on very well and they don't slip. But it's weird because most companies aren't moving in that direction yet. So like if you do run those bars, you're very limited in what bars or what stem you can ride. But it is cool. in a few years, I think that'll be the way to go. Like at especially the level that BMX is progressing, like people are doing the stupidest things. You're gonna have to have non-slippy bars, and that's the way to achieve it. What's the minimum wage there, Kirk? Just out of curiosity, what's the minimum wage? Malachi says, would you recommend the Sunday Street Sweeper complete for a somewhat advanced rider? I'm going to say yes. And here's why. I mean, the Street Sweeper has the aftermarket Sunday Street Sweeper frame. So that frame is like already really good quality. And so if anything else on the bike does break, you have a really solid frame, and replacing parts and building up that bike isn't going to be an issue. So yeah, where you're advanced, you don't want stuff to break. That bike's high quality, but it's also pretty expensive. As you know, that comes with the high quality bikes. But yeah, I would recommend the Street Sweeper if it's the right size for you. Yeah, it's a good bike. um, Kirk saying shop owners usually have a big markup, and Trailwoman says that they pay more because they sell less. Now, I don't think, and I could be wrong, Canadian stores order smaller quantities than the US. One of the good things and bad things about the BMX industry, and I could be completely wrong, but this is just based off of some different conversations I've had, is that it's very old school in the sense that they don't really allow any kind of like price cutting and stuff like that, and bulk discounts. Where let's say, I know Trek has cannibalized the industry in mountain bikes by doing different things like favoriting certain shops and deciding who gets what, and things like that, and allowing better markups for some people but not better markups for others. And the good and bad thing about the BMX industry is that they're pretty strict, that we sell it for this much, you sell it for this much. That's why, say on Dan's Comp, if you go to buy a Kink Complete, it says manufacturer does not allow coupons. It's going to be that way for just about any complete bike. They're not going to allow coupons because they don't want anyone undercutting. And when you see in the United States, the Kink Whip is $499 no matter who it's from. We did see some things happening with Sunday bikes. Sunday increased their prices, and some shops haven't reflected to the new price. And so some were selling for the new price, some were selling for the old price. But that was only a price change, and that was just because they didn't change the prices. Um, and so what I'm getting at by all this is I don't necessarily think, and maybe it's just in the US, but big shops, they don't really get a bulk discount on quantity. You might get better terms where 30-day terms, 90-day terms. You might get better terms and free shipping or better shipping because you're batching it all together. But price wise, I don't know. I could be completely wrong, like I said, but I don't think anyone's getting crazy discounts for buying bulk. And that's just something that the BMX industry has locked down. And it's good and bad for a number of reasons. But I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's how our very outdated industry works. Very outdated. Adal, welcome to the stream, Adal. Adal says, as an older rider, I stopped in 2002. He had a fishbone ninja. Does anyone know what a fishbone ninja frame is? I have no idea, but if you do, let me know. That sounds sick. With a 19.5-inch top tube and a 14-inch chainstay. He's 5'6". What top tube length should I aim for? Geometry is entirely different. That's funny. Yeah, I had this conversation with someone on email a little bit ago because they're saying, well, the new chain stays are like, 12.5, 12.75, 12.5. And back in my day, they were over 14. And you're going to notice, Adele, that this geometry is a lot easier to ride. Like I think BMX has progressed linearly with these geometry changes, so you're going to enjoy it more. But at 5'6", you should ride probably like a 20.5. And so I'd go a 20.5-inch top tube length, and I'd stay around 13-inch chainstay just to um, balance it out. If you go 12.7, it's going to be kind of responsive. So like the Kink Whips 20.5 with a 13.2-inch chainstay, that would be decent for you. There's a handful of We the People bikes that come in a 20.5-inch top tube and 12.75 chainstay if you really do want to go more responsive. But where your riding experience is on a see, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing is that the 19.5-inch top tube short and the longer chainstay. So now we just kind of got longer top tubes and shorter chainstays. The wheelbase is close to the same if you stay with like a 20.5 top tube and a 13.2 chainstay. I mean, I guess it would technically be a little bit shorter, but close. So anyway, that's what I'd recommend, Adele. Jared says, do Colony bikes cost less than the American brands down under? And Kirk says, yes. And that's something I noticed too, that Colony for us is borderline overpriced, right? When I look at it and I look at the quality, I look at the price, it's like it's borderline overpriced. But these guys are saying they get them for very good prices. Like the premise is as low as 640 Australian, where it's a little bit more here. So um, that's the same, I guess. What are the big like We the People over there for you guys in the United Kingdom or in Germany and around there? We the People bikes are going to be more affordable than say Kink or Sunday Fit, the United States brands. What's up, Alejandro? He said he's moving to Canada. Oh my God. Have a good move, man. Be safe. KC says, where can I buy a We the People? Dance Comp and Source BMX don't have them. I think I was just looking at Source, and Source does have We the People, but it's only on their worldwide store, I guess, and not their United States store. And I think, yeah, Dance Comp is sold out about of everything except the Crisis, the We the People Reason, the Arcade, the Nova, and the CRS Free Coaster, the CRS. That's it. Everything else Dance Comp is out of in terms of We the People. But I'll send you this link, Casey, and you can check them out. I don't know which We the People you're looking for, but it may or may not be one of these. And the reason for that, though, the reason that everyone's out right now is we're just waiting for the 2023 bikes to get sent out and distributed. Once they're out, then everyone's going to have the 2023 line in stock. All right. Are there any last minute questions, guys, or we're going to hop off of here? I got to go print some shirts. Thank you guys again for grabbing the shirts. I've got to go make them right now so I can send them out before the weekend. Yo, Lewis says he landed his first bar spin 10 minutes ago. Guys, everyone help me here. We're saying congrats. That's a huge accomplishment, man. Lewis, I'm super hyped for you. Let's see. One of these buttons might I, I don't know which button I'm about to press. One of them, I want it to be clapping, okay, Lewis? So I'm going to press all these buttons and hope that it's clapping. Is that one clapping? Is that one clapping? That one? Laughing. I hope it's not laughing. If it's the laughing one, no one's laughing at you. We're just clapping for you. I don't know. One of those buttons worked. So awesome, Lewis. That's sick. That's a good way to end the stream. You guys get out this weekend, do some tricks and ride. I've been working on Fakie manuals. That's one. Fakie manuals and nose manuals. Those are the two things I want to get down solid so that I can do them anywhere. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. The laughter and then the trombone. Um, okay, well, one of them should have been clapping, but have a good weekend, guys. I appreciate you all, and we'll